First of all, thank you for being here today. It's
Yeah,
good to
man.
see you.
Appreciate it.
And no, appreciate it that you are being here. Really, I really appreciate it. And I'm curious because you're talking about such an important topic.
Yeah.
How did you get on this YouTube journey? What got you started on this YouTube journey?
So I started talking about mental health publicly, like about two years ago or so, and so I always wanted to do something on social media about this about mental health and mental health and mental health stigma. Um,
Yeah,
and so I thought, how am I going to do this? Am I going to write a blog, or am I going to start an Instagram, or what's really the way that I can do this? uh
yes.
and so I started a YouTube channel, and I've had multiple tries at making a YouTube channel, and I did many different types of YouTube channels. So I started one in 2015 that was completely not like the channel that I have today. Then I
What
tried
was it
again.
about?
It was a comedy channel, and yeah, and so I thought I would do that. But again, I was busy, and I just said, well, okay, I'm not going to do that. That's not really me. That's not who I
Yeah.
am. And then I tried doing a channel on addiction recovery, and that material is still kind of relevant to my channel. So those some of those videos have stayed on my channel, and but I stopped doing that for a few years, and then last summer I took a run at doing a channel specifically talking about mental health, stigma, and spirituality. And when I did that, then I said, this is really me. This is who my personality is and what I'm interested in. Yeah, easier to make
Wow.
videos that way.
Yeah, it's a great story. And do people actually reach out to you?
They do, and especially when I'm doing lives and go live together like this, I get people. I'll ask when I'm going live with another person. It's been important because I think, in a niche where I can collaborate with other people. So there's other people who are mental health YouTubers, and I'll do a go live together like this, and then I'll put up a poll on the screen, or I'll put a question, and I'll say, I'll answer your questions about mental health, and people will start asking questions and telling their own story in the chats. And
Wow.
that's been really good because it's been good for growth too. And also I meet other creators, and then those
Yeah.
creators come in. Yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
And looking at, because you started another channel, and are you still doing something on the channel, or is it that channel right now? That
My
other
old
channel?
channel, my old
Yeah.
channel, I deactivated entirely. The one I started in 2015. Yeah, I just said, I'm done with this. And so yeah,
And
exactly.
right now, because I looked at your channel as well, I
Yep.
saw that you frequently go live. You also have
Yeah.
your long form videos and you have your shorts. But I
Yeah.
think you're more doing live, right? Compared to those other two types of content.
Yeah, right now I do lives, and oh, Inrajit says hi, how are you? And I'll say, how are you, Inrajit? How are you, bud?
Oh, sorry. I was so into you. I haven't looked at the chat yet. Sorry, chat.
That's all right. Welcome to everybody. But
Yeah,
before so basically, my strategy, why do I do live, why do I do shorts, or what's my strategy? I stepped back into doing this more regularly. I said, I'm going to really make a go for it this summer. I want to make videos regularly. And so I watched a video on creator tips um, by Nate Black, who's a YouTuber. And so he said, go into a stage where you're compassing, where like you're finding your direction and what you're doing with your creating. And so I said, okay, I'm not going to give myself a upload schedule. I'm not going to give myself any. I don't say I have to make a certain amount of shorts per week or amount of long form videos. I'm going to find out the way that I'm doing this by just doing it. And then as I looked into it, I saw some opportunities, and then I said, Oh, okay. Going vertical live, that means it goes into the shorts
Yeah,
feed. So maybe I can
exactly.
find my audience there. Or when I do go live together, I did my first go live together, and then I suddenly got 8 more subscribers out of one go
Nice.
live together, right? So yeah.
Oh, that's great. This is actually for me. Hey, chat. Good to see you, and thank you, Indrajit and Mukesh, for joining us today. And hi to you as well. Sahel Islamic Voice 2.0. But this is actually my first time going live with someone else, and I really appreciate it for you
Yeah.
for reaching out to me. And I've never done this, so this is all new
Yeah.
for me as well. But going back to your topic and to your story.
Yeah.
I think you've experienced a lot by telling your stories on YouTube. Is that on YouTube? How? Yeah. Well, can you take me a bit more into that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I use YouTube as a place to talk about my mental health journey. So in between the ages of 15 and 29, I had a lot of struggles with mental health. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I really struggled a lot with drug addiction. And so I got to a place where I was comfortable talking about that publicly. I do speaking engagements. I work as a pastor. I have a career now, and I feel like I have an identity that
Wow.
I can like, I can package that in a YouTube channel and in videos and talk about my life. So in terms of but that may sound like that's something that you know I just sort of came up with quickly, but it's something
Yeah.
in terms of how does it play on YouTube. It really has been a longer process of me figuring out what the niche or the audience is, that believing that there was an audience of people out there that are going to be on YouTube and that are here really to for a specific purpose. And yeah, there are people on YouTube that watch YouTube to hear about other people's addiction recovery and mental health recovery. So yeah, absolutely.
I truly amazing that you're doing this. For me,
Yeah.
I know that the mental health and the healthcare here, I'm from the Netherlands, is different
Yeah.
compared to America. We tend to
Yeah.
get a lot more help. I know you might have the Obamacare, not sure how that works, but within
Hmm.
the Netherlands, we pay a monthly fee, and with that
Yep.
monthly fee, we can cover almost everything. So
Everything.
we get a lot of help.
Yeah.
But well, that must be tough. And you're also a pastor. Do you also take YouTube to that, or do you take your pastor experience more to YouTube? Like, are you also when you're within your pastor work and experience, do you also like, well, do you tell people about your YouTube, or is that something separate for you?
I I have a professional separation really between my YouTube and everything I do at work, right? So I don't work on my
Yeah.
YouTube videos at work, but there's a little bit of crossover, and so someone at my work who's in my church, I'm their pastor. They'll say, "I saw your YouTube video,
Ah, that's great.
that was good, right?" That's good.
Yeah.
I have my YouTube handle ready and available for people there at the church. They can see that, they can log on, they can connect with me that way.
Yeah.
And certainly there's a little bit of crossover, but I'm not working and editing and doing lives while I'm at work. I do that at home. So yeah, I think I'm getting to a point where I know my schedule as a
Yeah.
creator. I think I'm getting to that point because I've spent this month kind of figuring that out. And the way that I think it's going to work with me best is to do 2 live streams, right? And that would mean I would probably do a live stream on Monday and a live
Yeah.
stream on Wednesday. And I think I
Yeah.
might be rolling out that schedule, and then I would work on doing a short and maybe one piece of long form content a month. And
And you're,
yeah, yeah,
I'm taking notes because I want to ask you more about this. But those two live streams, okay, we're diving a bit into YouTube right now.
yeah.
Those two live streams on Monday and Wednesday, do they have? Hey, Spoody man, good to see you, man.
Good to see you,
That's a real
Sprudy
life.
man.
Yeah,
Ask
that's a
us
real
any
life friend of
questions
me.
about creating.
Yeah. He's also, because I know him in real, and he's also trying to create a new channel. So Spooty Man, do that.
Yeah,
Um,
and hit
but for
hit
you,
like, Spooty Man. Make sure you hit like, and more people will join the live stream.
exactly. And Seth, for you, those two live streams on Monday and Wednesday, do they have different topics?
Yeah, I here's what I'm thinking. Okay, I've been watching something, and so as I do research and look at other shorts, right, and as I'm going through and looking through the shorts feed, you'll see a live pop up, right, and then
Yeah,
I'm looking
exactly.
at what's happening where there are lives where there are 150 people watching, or what are lives where you've got like 50 people watching or whatever, and it's always something where there's an activity. It's either one of two things. You'll see a
Yeah,
go live together that has a lot of people watching, right? Something like what we're doing right here. uh, and so that's one thing. Or if someone is doing an activity, right? So just recently I saw a guy getting some fishing hooks ready to make a fly on a fishing hook, and he had 150 people, right?
that's amazing.
Right,
The
and
power of YouTube. Yeah,
it is, yeah, and, and it's
but for
interesting.
you,
It's interesting, yeah, that's interesting. And he's just talking as he's working on a fly for
yeah,
fishing, right? And so I want to talk about mental health when I'm cooking, and try that
smart,
in the fall. So this fall I'm going to try that once a week, probably on a Monday. And then on
nice,
Wednesday night I will schedule a go live to me as a collaboration with another person who's a mental health YouTuber, right?
really
Yeah.
smart. Yeah,
And, and then I can do some do work on one short um, a week, and release that probably like on a Saturday night, and then figure out when I'm going to do my one piece of long form content, and that's what I have time for, I think. Yeah.
cool. And those shorts, like, do you know the concept of content pillars?
uh, what will my shorts really be about?
Yeah, like, do you have a strategy for your YouTube shorts?
Yeah, what I think what I'm going to follow now is my the most successful short that I had was about psychiatric medication. Okay. And so I'm
Yeah,
going to revisit the comments there, because I think I had about 120 comments and 10,000 views on that one
whoa,
short. So that,
I saw it. Yeah,
yeah. So way more people came to that because it was all the research that I did about title, tags, hashtags, description,
yeah,
and uh, all 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 sort of worked, and it found an audience quick, and it brought engagement. It was a controversial, uh, con, like topic, and a lot of people
yeah.
had opinions about it. So I'll pull some questions out of the comments there and put it into my next video, and then see
That's
if then I
great.
can continue to do a series on psychiatric medication. And
That's hey, sad short store. Yeah, I hope you're not sad anymore. I hope you're doing well, actually, sad short store. But
Sad Shorts,
Seth,
I'm glad you're here, Sad Shorts. Good to see you.
that's the energy. Seth, another question, because I'm getting so much energy from what you're telling me.
Sure.
First of all, I would like to ask you about your YouTube traffic going to that short. I want to ask you about, do you know what YouTube SEO is? And are you using any tools for YouTube SEO, such as knowing what keyword to use or what title to use? And
Yeah.
but let's first dive into the YouTube search traffic. How
Yeah.
did your short with 10K views, how did it reach so much views? Was it through the browse feature, through the shorts feature, or through YouTube search?
Yeah.
What traffic source was dominant?
Here's what happened. It started with keyword research,
Yeah,
and a few things. So one piece of advice that I got from a video that vidIQ did with Jenny Hoyos. It was about how you have to think of the first line that
Yeah.
you're going to have in your script of your short has to be like a thumbnail. It has to
The
intrigue
hook.
people and mean that in the
Exactly.
first 3 to 5 seconds it has to be something like I'm gonna watch more, where they hear it and then
Yeah.
they say I'm gonna watch more. And so I created the first line of my short being uh you know I asked a question uh about the cost of psychiatric medication, right? Uh,
Yeah.
and so and then that would get people who were in that niche intrigued. And then so I started to like look around, and we'll say hi to a few people. Say hi to them, and I'll go right back to it.
Oh, Spoodyman. Or Stigma. Let
Our
me.
Stigma. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Um, so so anyway, what I'll do that in a second, Spooty man. I'll give you my I'll give you at ourstigma.com. Perfect. Awesome. So that's the first one of the things is, hey, what's my what's that first line of the short going to be? But also the title. So the title came
Yeah.
from keyword research, and I spent a long time like thinking about keyword research. I knew I wanted to do a video on the cost of medication, and it was, what's the cost of medication in Canada? What's the cost of medication in the US, right? So the medication I take, costs me $2.22 a day. In Canada, it costs $16 a day in the US, right? That was the
What?
idea behind the video. Yes, that's the idea. It doesn't cost
Oh
me. I
my.
I have health insurance; it covers it, but that was the idea. But then, you know what? I spent about a month and a half researching how I was going to get the same amount of views that other people were getting that were in my niche. So
Yeah.
vidIQ always says, do your research, find the people that are like you in your niche. And then I found people, and I was looking who are the people that are breaking through, those outliers, and then boom, there I found one on someone who said. And so there were keywords in there: psychiatric hospital, psychiatric medication, all of these things. And I boiled it down to keywords, and then I came up with the title. And so I'll tell you the title of that right now. I'll go to my channel right now, and I'll find the title to that.
Oh,
and
I love it.
and that's how the video really kind of here we go. Okay, so as you can see, I started with make sure that there was a freeze frame, so that if people ever went to my channel page, it says, how expensive are my meds? How
Yeah.
how expensive are my psych meds? I have bipolar disorder. And then let's see here. So then the title was the high cost of psychiatric medication. So again, a short title, and then one hashtag mental health. So
Smart.
yeah, so the creators, everyone on vidIQ says find the keywords, and then I work on using ChatGPT. I'll put a title into ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It'll boil it down. I'll say, give me 10 titles that are on this line using these keywords. It'll boil it down. And I use vidIQ when I upload. I have the Chrome extension, and then I'll put my title
Nice.
in again. So it starts with me: title, first line, a script, edit the script, and make sure that I'm shooting for around 34 seconds in my short, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I did, and it finally worked. But it took a lot of tries. Like, it took a lot of tries,
I.
a lot of
Yeah.
trial and error. Yeah,
But it's a really, so for those in the in the live stream, and for those who may watch this later, you're doing it really good, and I think it always takes a lot of tries in order to get a short viewed that much. So
yeah,
first you need to create a lot of different shorts, Have you looked the latest video about? It's not from VidIQ, it's from Think Media. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the channel, Think Media.
Yes, I
Think
am. I
Media.
am.
And have you watched that video about the three-pillar content strategy?
Tell me about it because I haven't watched it yet. I'm familiar with
Okay,
Think Media.
so this can help you as well with your shorts and driving traffic back to your longer videos. So
Yeah,
there was this guy, he worked on very big channels. And one way for him to drive traffic to his long form videos was by creating shorts where he did not answer the question of the short because he left an open loop. And in order to get the question, you had to watch the longer video.
yeah,
So if you're creating longer videos and you see that some topics within those longer videos are actually very popular, but you're not getting that much traffic, you could also create some YouTube shorts around it and then leave that answer on that question you asked within the first few seconds, leave that open and try to drive the traffic from your short to your longer videos. Sorry, I was directly thinking about that when you told me about
but
your content strategy.
that's smart because right now all I'm doing right now in my shorts is linking back to another short, and
Yeah, I saw it.
yeah, and there were bumps when my when my short went 10,000, then obviously it connected back to some of the other shorts, which is fine. But yeah,
Yeah,
there's a creator, Robert Benjamin, and he also he mentioned similar strategies linking back to long form. And yeah, I think that's the key, because when I think about so in my own personal, like, what YouTube niche I am in as a consumer is
yeah,
like cooking. Like, I'm always cooking, right? So
yeah,
uh I get a lot of suggestions on my algorithm for shorts cooking, right? And I find myself then eventually subscribing to cooking channels through
yeah.
shorts, right? Yeah. Hmm. Absolutely.
And another thing, you were talking about VidIQ. Do you have the paid subscription to VidIQ?
Yes, I have the paid subscription to vidIQ. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I also have it. And what tools do you mainly use from VidIQ?
So I use the keyword search. I use that's the one I use the most. I
Do you
also,
also look at outlier score from other channels?
yeah, I mean, I'm always looking at outlier scores, and I'm looking at because it's okay. You could look at an outlier score and say, well, that's a long form video, but it's an outlier on a topic. It's recent, and then I can just put that into a
Yeah,
short or something. Yeah. Another tool that I use from vidIQ is I have a big list of competitors. So
yeah.
so I have this huge list of competitors, and if I go to that page, then I know what they're all up to.
Posting. Yeah,
Yeah, but I think one of the things, if you're a creator and then you see that someone else is making similar content to you, I think early on, uh, Nate Black in his videos, and he does a creator sort of video once a month now. He was like, don't look at your competitors or people in the same niche as you as people that are competing with you. They're making similar content to you. So now two of my competitors have done a go live with me
oh,
already.
nice.
Uh, and even though they have more subscribers than me, they've been able to do that. And I have another few go live together scheduled. So
You're
I
putting
think,
yourself out there.
yeah, I think it's important to you know set it for me. It's been really
Yeah.
good. So I mean, strategy wise, doing these go live togethers, on a weekly basis. Uh, I've gotten 82 subscribers in the past 60 days, and the majority of that is from going live.
Oh,
Um,
that's really great.
yeah.
And you're also so going live with your competitors lets you also leverage their community, so you can also get subscribers from their community. That's really smart. Do you actually because I'm also curious about the time you spent on YouTube, but do you have the time to watch other content creators on YouTube like on a weekly basis? Because
Yeah,
I find it very difficult to really dive deep into other creators next to my own channel.
so I do have time. I don't have a lot of time, but it's important. It's important that I do. And I think what's been really helpful is to understand. Like I was like, okay, how do people make a video in my niche, right?
Yeah,
And so I was like, oh well, I do speaking engagements. Maybe I can just record myself and do and then but when I'm speaking live, you know it didn't really work too much. I would end up with a bunch of footage, and it was better in a live Q&A type of scenario. It would get 400 views as a short. It would get just maybe 1,300 views, and I was like, okay, that's okay. But
yeah,
uh, but what really worked was I started to see that people in my niche were doing just the videos where they were essentially just talking directly to the screen, and they were talking for around 30 seconds. So a lot of creators, like people who are in the creator space and making videos, like from vidIQ and other people that make videos on making YouTube videos,
yeah.
they would say, like, find the length that is correct, right for your you know
Audience,
for
yeah,
your audience, right? And for instance, if I was a cooking creator and I was taking an entire recipe and putting it into a video, then it would be a 54-second short. Or if I was a comedy YouTuber or a meme YouTuber, I would do a 15-second short, right?
exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, that's smart. But going back, I want to go back a bit higher, more into the macro.
sure.
We talked about the content pillars.
Yeah,
So if I'm asking to you, what keywords are important for you? What topics are important for you? If you can break it down into content pillars,
yeah,
like what do you want to post about from here until the end of this year? What kind of content
yeah.
is important for you?
Yeah, I think that what's missing on my channel is a very good, simple, good long form piece on who I am, right?
Yeah.
Um, so that's one thing. That's one video. That's a long form video that I'm working on, and
Is it hard to create it for you, like going that personal, that deep?
I think long form videos are harder than for me than shorts. And yes, and then working on a script and having it be uh, relevant to the channel and engaging is
Yeah,
difficult. Yeah,
I
yeah,
still haven't found that I'm still missing a bit of elements to do that for me as well. I find it very hard.
yeah. I think
Also because English is not my first language, so I still struggle a bit. I try to
yeah,
do my best. I can better do it in Dutch, but I want to reach a bigger community, so therefore I do it in English.
yeah,
But yeah, it's hard. But okay, talking about yourself,
yeah,
so your own journey would be a content pillar in this case.
yeah. Absolutely.
How old are you, if I may ask?
Yeah, I'm 43. So
43. Oh,
yeah,
still young.
yeah, hmm
Yeah.
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 So I would
So,
yeah.
yeah,
hmm So I would say talking about myself and my journey. That's one thing. So it are some of the content pillars you thinking about? Are they strategy or are they?
yeah. Kijk, let me give me an example. So, if we're
Sure.
talking about, let's say, for example, an American football YouTube channel,
Yeah.
if we're talking about content pillars, we can talk about the new season, like are the players moving from teams?
Yeah.
the tactics around one of those clubs, and the latest news, talking about, I don't know, what happens in their free time, if everything goes well, stuff like that. Another example, if I'm talking about soccer or football, I can talk about the transfers. So are they moving from clubs? What happened during a match day? So who won and who's currently leading the competition? And also about the latest news, like the new kits, other new merchandise, those type of things all relate to soccer as a whole. But I can talk about different things that can also let me leverage different people who search for different things within that community, but still find soccer very interesting. So for you,
Yeah.
like mental health is, it could be drug addiction, it could be recovering, it could be your way back up, it could be helping others. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. One like this one of the things is my own story. Another pillar would be uh, medications and the use of medications, and that would be another part. Another part would be addiction and recovery, and another part would be spirituality. I think that I really need to hit that. I really need to flesh out my
yeah,
discussions around spirituality on the channel, and yeah, I think that that's really the way that if you look at my channel page and the way that it's structured, those are the things that that you see when you go to my YouTube channel.
yeah,
And so
exactly. I have it
yeah,
open here.
yeah,
So it could also help you with doing keyword research around those topics if you know what you want to talk about.
yeah,
Let's say, for example, you have a whole month, and within that month, you want to have 4 live streams about your own journey,
yeah,
or about talking with other people within your space. Let's use that example. But you want to have 4 shorts around spirituality. You want to have 4 shorts about your own journey, and you want to have 4 shorts about using the uh, something else
yeah.
you mentioned. So that
Recovery,
that could help
addiction
you
recovery.
structure your content strategy. Yeah, recovery, exactly. And
Is that
next to that,
so? Is that is that what you applied to your gaming channel?
yeah, I did.
Yeah. Hmm.
And what for me helped growing my gaming channel was talking about the latest news, because people are always looking for the latest news around the topic. So if you leverage that with using the right keywords, you'll get a lot of people finding your content. I'm also looking at your YouTube community posts,
Yeah.
and I see that you share a lot of videos, and you have one poll, as I can see. Oh, that's nice. Do they
Yeah,
work for
tell
you?
can you tell me a little bit about how you're so are you in the middle of your challenge for
Yeah,
community
I am.
posts? Okay.
So I'm currently on day 40 or something, or 35.
Yeah.
And what I do is try to see what works for me. So within my niche and within my audience, I try to ask a lot of questions, quizzes, and polls around YouTube and YouTube SEO. And the thing about community polls is that you don't only reach people who are subscribed to you, but also people who are interested within your niche. So
Yeah.
for you, it could be very interesting to talk about the recovery or drug addiction or
Yeah.
spirituality. And
Yeah.
if you ask that with an image poll or with a quiz, and I know one YouTube community post won't make a difference, but if you're consistent and try to do it for 20 or 30 days, you'll see some results. Right
Yeah.
now, I have in the last 28 days 32 new subscribers from my community posts.
Yeah.
And I had one community post getting 1,300 votes, and I only have 1,100 subscribers. So I had
Yeah.
more votes than subscribers. And that's
Yeah.
the power of community posts. You can just reach new people. And what I also do is I try to do a lot of quizzes, and
Yeah.
I'll try to link back from my community post back to my longer videos. So that get me views as well.
That's interesting because community posts are kind of they're not a lot of work to put together.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at your channel,
Yeah,
I would say we have those content pillars, three or four different content pillars. Um, I don't know how much time you have this weekend, but you could create maybe 14 different quizzes or polls for the
yeah,
next 14 days and see if it can get you some results.
yeah. That I think scheduling posts and prepping, like doing that in advance. You could just sit down and do it in 25 minutes. Do a few image polls
Yeah,
and yeah, because when they pop up on my feed and
yeah,
I do something with them, right? That's
yeah,
interesting.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm engaging in. I've answered all of your polls when they come in.
thanks.
Uh,
Oh,
and you
appreciate it.
put in you'll put in a poll where it asks the question and there's a right answer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it'll be like you'll say, and then if you answer it wrong, it goes red, and if you answer it right, it goes green. So I mean that's engagement too, right?
yeah,
Without watching a video, right? Yeah,
exactly. And what I do is when it's green, I try to also link back to one of my videos in the description of that good answer.
ah, that makes sense.
And that gets me a lot of views. So I had a video that was dead with only 300 views. And by doing this, it is now around 700 views.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's why I'm using it so much. So
yeah,
for you as well, those are the quizzes I'm doing. And believe me, those first, so I saw your last post was 2 days ago, and it's sharing a video. Also on my gaming channel with 12,000 subscribers, I never had that much engagement when I'm sharing a video. I had it more with the image polls and with the quizzes but right now because I'm trying to see what works the best for me, and I saw that those quizzes get me a lot of views. I'm trying to do a lot of quizzes. But going
yeah,
back to your channel, you might as well, try to do some quizzes for the next
yeah,
14 days or within a couple of weeks and try to link back. So I say question, true, false, and with true, I say correct, watch this, insert video, it will show you more about this topic. And
yeah.
that's what I'm
Wow,
doing.
that's a good strategy. So where did you pick up on that strategy, though?
I did it myself. I'm
Oh, okay.
working actually at Dentsu. It's one of the global biggest marketing agencies.
Yeah,
So I'm also doing it for some international clients on YouTube.
yeah.
And yeah, I'm deep into marketing, so I always try to see what works.
Oh, Wakaz says, "Bah,
Bah,
hello, my friend.
yeah.
How you doing, Wakaz?"
Makas, do you have any questions for us? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, ask us questions about creating. Be great to hear from you, Bah.
Yeah,
And make sure, Bah, hit like, Bah. Definitely.
yeah. But we
Yeah,
would appreciate it if you hit like.
absolutely. Great. Well, that's awesome.
And Seth, another question. Like,
Sure.
I'm looking at your videos right now, and I saw that your last video was a month ago.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm also looking at your thumbnails. Oh, from Romania. Hey, man. Nice to see you, Vakas, from
Good to
Romania.
see you, Wakaz.
How's life in
Welcome.
Romania?
Yeah, how's Romania today? How's the weather in Romania?
Oh, you're
Let
you're
us
so
know.
much better in this, Seth, than I am. You're so much better in this. But I'm curious. With how do you create your thumbnails?
I'm using Canva now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Are you
and
using the
so
paid subscription or the free?
yes, paid subscription. So there's a lot of good things about Canva and the paid subscription. A few things is I've noticed that someone will send me a photo for a thumbnail for a live, and I take my thumbnail photos on the best iPhone I have. So the phone I'm using right now is my dedicated iPhone for creating. So I do my
Nice.
lives on it.
Oh, uh, uh, I think something went wrong. Okay, guys, and girls, I'm missing Seth at the moment. Let me see if I can contact him. Maybe your connection. And in the meantime, to all those others here in the live, if you have any question regarding your YouTube channel, just let me know. I'm here waiting for Seth to get back. But if you do have a question regarding your YouTube channel, just let me know in the comments and we can take a look at your channel. So I think Seth will come back soon. But if you have a question in the meantime, let me know. Or tell me how his day was. Uh, okay. To those two people here, appreciate it for you being here. I really appreciate it. Just let me know if you need any help with your YouTube channel. And in the meantime, I'm waiting for Seth to come back. Seth. Yeah. I'm still waiting. If he comes back, I think he will. But if you have a question in the meantime, just let me know in the chat, guys. I'm Jonathan. I'm here to help creators. Oh, his phone crashed. Ah, I'm so sorry. Um, okay. Or Stigma. I really appreciate it for you for being here. Thank you very much. Are you able to still join me, or do you think you'll leave it? Uh, so to those others, if you have a question regarding your YouTube channel, just let me know in the chat and I can take a look at your channel. We're waiting for or Stigma. Yeah, and I hope you also have a good weekend. The Premier League is back this weekend, and that's very nice. So we can see Arsenal playing again. Yeah, but if you have a question in the meantime, let me know, and I can take a look at your. Okay, great, great. Okay, guys, we're waiting for Stigma to come back. He's currently trying it, but if you have a question in the meantime, let me know, and I can take a look at your channel in the meantime. Or you can just tell me how your day was. I hope you had a good day as well. And yeah, for me, this is the first time doing this, going live with someone else, and I really like it. You could see that our Stigma had much more experience with this, but yeah, I still need to work on this a bit, but I think that will come naturally. Um, you can't connect. Wait, let me send you the invite link. I'm trying to send you the link through. Maybe it works. Um, now my screen is also black. Oh, come on. Uh, okay.